Hey there, friends. Pastor Jason here. Glad you can join me for daily devotionals. We're working our way through the Old Testament. If you've been thinking to yourself, Jason, I need some New Testament, go into the playlists. I've got all the playlists for the entire New Testament. Maybe I'll try to put a link for one right there. We'll see. We are starting a new book today. We're in Numbers. Now, I told you before we started Leviticus. Leviticus and Numbers tend to be the two books I don't turn a lot to, so it's good that for me, that I'm going through this with you. I hope that it becomes a blessing to you as well. Let's see what we can draw out from the Word of God. We're doing 2 chapters a day. Numbers, their chapters are a little bit longer, so be prepared. You might want to grab yourself an extra cup of coffee or something and be prepared. Here we go. Numbers, verse 1. Lots of strange names. If I butcher a name, forgive me. Here we go. Verse 1. The Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the wilderness of Sinai on the first day of the 2nd month of the 2nd year after Israel's departure from the land of Egypt. Take a census of the entire Israelite community by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of every male one by one. You and Aaron are to register those who are 20 years old or more by their military divisions, everyone who can serve in Israel's army. A man from each tribe is to be with you, each one the head of his ancestral house. These are the names of the men who are to assist you. Eleazar, son of Shadir, from Reuben. Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, from Simeon. Nashon, son of Aminadab, from Judah. Nathaniel, son of Zuar, from Issachar. Eliab, son of Helon, from Zebulun. From the sons of Joseph. Elishama, son of Ammihud, from Ephraim. Gamaliel, son of Pedahzur, from Manasseh. Abidan, son of Gideoni, from Benjamin. Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai, from Dan. Pagiel, son of Ochran, from Asher. Elisaph, son of Deuel, from Gad. Ahira, son of Enan, from Naphtali. Forgive me. Anyway, verse 16. These are the men called from the community. They are leaders of their ancestral tribes, the heads of Israel's clans. So Moses and Aaron took these men who had been designated by name, and they assembled the whole community on the first day of the 2nd month. They recorded their ancestry by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting one by one the names of those 20 years old or more, just as the Lord commanded Moses. He registered them in the wilderness of Sinai. The descendants of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, according to the family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting one by one the names of every male 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered for the tribe of Reuben numbered 46,500. The descendants of Simeon, according to their family records by the clans of their ancestral houses, those registered counting one by one the names of every male 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered for the tribe of Simeon numbered 59,300. The descendants of Gad, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered the tribe of Gad numbered 45,650. The descendants of Judah, this is the line of Christ, mind you. The descendants of Judah, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered for the tribe of Judah numbered 74,600. The descendants of Issachar, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered for the tribe of Issachar numbered 54,400. The descendants of Zebulun, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army. Those registered for the tribe of Zebulun numbered 57,400. The descendants of Joseph, The descendants of Ephraim, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Ephraim, numbered 40,500. The descendants of Manasseh, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Manasseh, numbered 32,200. The descendants of Benjamin, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Benjamin, numbered 35,400. The descendants of Dan, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Dan, numbered 62,700. The descendants of Asher, according to their family records by their clans and their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Asher, numbered 41,500. The descendants of Naphtali, according to their family records by their clans, their ancestral houses, counting the names of those 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in the army, those registered for the tribe of Naphtali, numbered 53,400. These are the men Moses and Aaron registered with the assistance of the 12 leaders of Israel. Each represented his ancestral house. So all Israelites 20 years old or more, everyone who could serve in Israel's army, were registered by their ancestral houses. All those registered numbered 603,550. But the Levites were not registered with them by their ancestral tribe. For the Lord had told Moses, "Do not register or take census of the tribe of Levi with the other Israelites. Appoint the Israelites over the tabernacle of the testimony, all its furnishings, everything in it. They are to transport the tabernacle with all its articles, take care of it, and camp around it. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down, and whenever it is to stop at the campsite, the Levites are to set it up. Any unauthorized person who comes near it must be put to death. The Israelites are to camp by their military divisions, each man with his encampment and under his banner. The Levites are to camp around the tabernacle of the testimony and watch over it, so that no wrath will fall on the Israelite community." The Israelites did everything just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Numbers chapter 2. Told you they're a little bit longer. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron. The Israelites are to camp under their respective banners beside the flags of their ancestral houses. They are to camp around the tent of meeting at a distance from it. Judah's military divisions will camp on the east side toward the sunrise under their banner. The leader of the descendants of Judah is Nahshon, son of Amminadab. His military division numbers 74,600. The tribe of Issachar will camp next to it. The leader with the Issacharites is Nathaniel, son of Zuar. His military division numbers 54,400. The tribe of Zebulun will be next. The leader of the Zebulunites is Eliab, son of Helion. His military division numbers 57,400. The total number in their military divisions who belong to Judah's encampment is 186,400. They will move out first. Reuben's military divisions will camp on the south side under their banner. The leader of the Reubenites is Eleazar, son of Shedeur. His military divisions numbers 46,500. The tribe of Simeon will camp next to it. The leader of the Simeonites is Shelumiel, son of Zurisadai. His military division numbers 59,300. The tribe of Gad will be next. The leader of the Gadites is Elisaph, son of Duel. His military division numbers 46,650. The total number in their military divisions who belong to Reuben's encampment is 151,450. They will move out second. The tent of meeting is to move out with the Levites' camp, which is in the middle of the camps. They are to move out just as they camp, each in his place with their banners. Ephraim's military divisions will camp on the west side of their banner. The leader of the Ephraimites is Elishama, son of Ammihud. His military division numbers 40,500. The tribe of Manasseh will be next to it. The leader of the Manasseites is Gamaliel, son of Pedahzur. His military division numbers 32,200. The tribe of Benjamin will be next. The leader of the Benjamites is Abidan, son of Gideoni. His military division numbers 35,400. The total in their military divisions who belong to the Ephraim's encampment number 108,100. They will move out third. Dan's military divisions will camp on the north side under their banner. The leader of the Danites is Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. His military division numbers 62,700. The tribe of Asher will camp next to it. The leader of the Asherites is Pagiel, son of Ochran. His military division numbers 41,500. The tribe of Naphtali will be next. The leader of the Naphtaliites is Ahara, son of Enan. His military division numbers 53,400. The total number who belong to Dan's encampment, 157,600. They are to move out last with their banners. These are the Israelites registered by their ancestral houses. The total number in the camps by their military divisions is 603,550, but the Levites were not registered among the Israelites, just as the Lord commanded Moses. The Israelites did everything the Lord commanded Moses. They camped by their banners in this way and moved out the same way, each man by his clan and by his ancestral house. Forgive the names for me. It's just a little skill for you, right? Like, so when you're reading, maybe when you're reading on your own, practice trying to say them. There's a YouTube channel that sometimes I'll turn to if I want to really make sure I get the pronunciation right. I'll link it in the description below. Don't just trust Google's pronouncing little bot that it does, because it doesn't get it right most of the time. So I'll link that channel below. But, when you're in a big group of people, everyone gets it. They're difficult names. They're not really, for us anyway, who speak American English, they're not really what we're used to saying. And so give it a whirl. So I've seen people who will just say the first letter and then, A, son of L, like that sort of thing. They, just give up trying to say it so that you don't miss the point of the passage. But it's good practice for us to try to learn them. It's not that difficult. I mean, we have resources at our disposal. If you know you're going to read it ahead of time, go ahead and do the research, as it were, to kind of look them up. I'm guilty. Today I did not. But when you know you're going to be doing stuff like I just preached through, I'm preaching through Hebrews, and, Melchizedek's name comes up. I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly, and so I go and I do the research. It's good practice. Try it. So what do we get out of Numbers 1 and 2? Numbers, a well-titled book for the first 2 chapters for sure. The 2 things that stuck out to me, again, does it speak a ton to me? No. But what it does speak to me, people who are 20 years old, right? They're going to serve in Israel's army. If we're the army of the Lord now, right? 20-year-olds, young adults, encourage young adults to be involved in church other than just babysitting, right? If maybe they are gifted nursery workers, absolutely. But it doesn't mean that they can't lead Bible studies. Doesn't mean that they can't be in a sound booth. Doesn't mean that they can't be in a worship team. Doesn't mean that they can't help set things up for potlucks or event planning or on the missions team. Get them involved. Get young adults involved in your church. Invite them to be in ministry alongside you. And which brings me up to my second and last point. Clearly, the Israelites, the Lord had roles for them to play, right? They were going to be in certain areas. They were going to roll out first, second, third, and fourth. With the Levites being in the middle, being protected. Everybody had a part to play. Do you have a part to play? What is your part to play at the church, in ministry? Ask yourself, pray to the Lord about that. Lord, what is my ministry? Right? Sometimes we take on roles and responsibilities, say at church, because, someone needs to clean the bathroom or somebody, needs to make sure the lawn is mowed. But is that your ministry? And if it is, great. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. But ask yourself, what is my ministry? Beyond any roles and responsibilities, start off with what is your ministry to the Lord, and also then, thusly, by association, the Lord's people doing the Lord's work. With that, I hope you have a great week. I hope you're being blessed as we read through the Old Testament. Hopefully, Numbers 1 and 2 were a blessing to you. Go on out, be a blessing to those around you. I'll see you tomorrow as we continue in Numbers.